How do you do? Storyteller here, back with another episode of Cinderella Phenomenon. We are going back, joining story. I believe we're still in the woods. Jurien, if you don't come at me like you truly mean to stab me, you'll never land a hit. Yes, ma'am. Sir. It's been about 2 weeks since I first saw Karma here in the forest, practicing with Garland. I've come here every night since then, though I never stay as long as Karma, since I actually have to work to do in the morning, sorry. Hey. Alright, here I come. Their two swords clash and Karma laughs as he throws Jurien back and taps her lightly on the shoulder with his sword. That makes 4 hits, and that one was easy. Is that the best you can do, Jurien? I notice that every time Karma practices with Jurien, he's in his Miss Karma disguise. He says it is because of the curse and because he does not want Jurien to fall in love with him. Isn't he being overdramatic? I doubt someone like Jurien could fall in love with Karma. Not necessarily. Be subtle and quiet. Garland tells me that you're usually good at that. I am, sir. Then why the exception today? Sir. Darling, it wouldn't happen to be because the way I am dressed, would it? Are you still not used to it? Hit the nail on the head, haven't I? It's not very chivalrous to hurt a lady. Chivalrous to hurt a lady, of course. But that logic applies to men as well. An enemy is an enemy, Jurien. Even if your enemy is a delicate flower like myself. Okay, that's just going a bit far. You're creepy. Delicate flower? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Jurien, you should hit him on the head for that. But princess... He is not delicate at all. Jurien laughs and I scowl at her. Is she laughing at me? No, she's laughing at what you said because what you said was kind of funny. Duh. You and Karma seem to get along. I doubt it. Oh, princess, you wound me. You always say that. You wound me where Jurien's blade cannot. Something flashes in Jurien's eyes, and she readies her sword again. Karma stands ready as Jurien rushes at him with her sword. Their swords clash again. I wonder. Karma, your back's open. Karma turns, Jurien taps him on the shoulder and laughs aloud. I did it! A single hit! It looks like you have a weakness too, Karma. No, it wasn't a weakness, it was a lack of sleep catching up with me. Why did he listen to me? He told Garland the other day that it was crucial to only listen and watch the most important things. Alright, practice is over for now. I can see Garland coming for his practice. Karma walks to the corner to have a drink. I should probably head back to the tavern soon, but there's something I want to see first. On her way out, Jurien gives a solemn nod to Garland. She pauses to say something to him and looks at me, noticing my vague curiosity. I was just mentioning what a good swordsman Karma is. I've seen him fight, and Karma is a good swordsman. There's no doubt about it. Yet is practicing with him so special? He's fast on his feet and quick with his reactions. He's an excellent person to train under, even better than most of the commanders in the palace. I can second that. Even better than Ross. Remember him? The first commander we trained under. The one that punished slow learning with extra exercises. He always had to do more exercises than I did. Something about you being distracted. I was watching the way you swung your sword to make sure you didn't hurt yourself. Right. You've always been so overprotective. Well, They both suddenly stop to look at Karma, who is smiling slyly on the side. What does he have that look on his face? Well, that's a sign. We can't keep the commander waiting. Garland shakes his head, his expression snapping back into something more serious. Right. The two exchange quick farewells before Jorian waves and steps out of the clearing, leaving Garland with Karma. You're in a dress today. Are you two really so opposed to hurting me when I'm in the dress? Or is it you're worried about me ruining it? No. It's just so strange. You move so well, even in a long dress. But yes, Jorian did mention about almost stepping on it once. Impossible. I am the picture of elegance. Of course, sir. This is funny. Karma shrugs Garland's Carmen off. The two are ready with their swords when they get right into practice. Jorian has taken over Garland's patrol now, so that Garland can get in practice time. So Garland, have you told Jorian yet? No. The conversation that Karma always has with Garland is the real reason I stay behind to watch them practice. I don't understand why Garland answers Karma's questions if doing so makes him so depressed. Will you ever say anything to her, Garland? Why don't you just confess to her already? Karma lands an easy hit on Garland, who sighs in response. Whenever Garland thinks about Jorian, he gets distracted. I do not understand his feelings at all, but seeing him remain quiet frustrates me. He obviously has a crush on her. Is that not obvious? Come on. Jorian is talented and poised. I could never be good enough for her. You'll never win a woman's heart if you don't compliment her looks as well, Garland. This is true. I'm not allowed to admit that, but this is true. Well, she's pretty too. Beautiful. And there's me. I can see why you wouldn't tell her. That's mean. Just say something to her. Aren't they both nice? Haven't they been training for a long time? Save. I would say just say something to her. Well, all you ever do is talk about her. Even Karma says your concentration is lacking because she's always on your mind. Ouch. So just tell her. If she doesn't like you back, then that's it. If she doesn't like me back? Confessions are hard, princess. Very tedious. You're only saying that because you're dramatic about everything. The very nature of love is dramatic, darling. But enough idle chatter, sir. Let us continue our training. I'm sorry, I don't know how to do a male Russian accent. It maintains a female tone to it, but I can't help that. I end up staying longer than I intended. By the time I consider returning to the tavern, Garland and Karma are wrapping up for the night. I have a question for Karma, so I wait until Garland leaves before I approach him. You're still here, princess. Were you seeking out alone time with me by chance? Possibly. I have enough of that every day when we run errands. I just have a question for you. You always come to the right person. What can I do for you, Princess Story? Princess Story? Whoa. Didn't call me Ice Princess. That's new. You ask Garland the same question every time you train, and he always tells you that he cannot confess. Karma nods in acknowledgement, but his attention is on his sword. He inspects it carefully before sheathing it. It frustrates me. You're frustrated. That look of his always annoys me. Oh my. It is annoying. Did you want to ask me why you won't confess because you're so frustrated? Yes. I suppose after almost 2 months I do know you a bit better. You do not know anything about me. No, actually he probably knows a lot about you by now. And I do not know anything about Karma either. That is true, you don't know anything about Karma. Confessing isn't easy, dear Story. Surely you must realize that the possibility of rejection is a significant deterrent. True. But if you never ask, you never get an answer, and the stress of worrying stays with you and ruins everything. Not necessarily, because I feel like being rejected is far worse. It's true. Why are you staring at me? Is that the reason you're so blunt, princess? Blunt? You're far more blunt than I am. Be quiet, you're ruining the moment. Princess Story, you truly are amusing. You're as sharp as a knight's blade. That sounds like a compliment coming from you, because you're kind of a swordsman. I am not amusing. Did you just miss the hidden compliment there? This story is kind of dumb. I'm not dumb. I totally got that, but this story is kind of dumb. It is a matter of opinion, darling. He really is insufferable, and that's why you like him so much. And yet I still come to him for advice. The scariest part of a confession is the possibility of rejection. Yes. Can you imagine loving someone and then finding out that they don't feel the same way about you? My thoughts still shift to the king. My chest tightens. Karma's not talking about the king, he's talking about you, because I think Karma likes you too, but he's not going to say so, because that's how he is. Hello. You got closer, and I'm not used to that. Princess Story. Karma reaches out a hand to brush a strand of hair out of my face. I slap it away without realizing. He pulls his hand back with a gentle sigh. Why would you slap his hand? You jerk. My apologies, princess. No, I cannot imagine. No? Loving someone and finding out they do not feel the same way. I always knew my father never loved me. My understanding is different from what Karma's referring to. Besides, I no longer hold any love in my heart for the king. I've already given up hope on him. Right? It is a good thing you haven't experienced a rejected love, princess. It is one of the worst feelings. Oh, wow. That's a really sad thing to say. Are you talking from experience? Probably, but wow. Karma asks to be alone, so I return to the tavern by myself that night. Oh, now I feel like a jerk. Hi. What? 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 That was strange. Okay. I do not know why I agreed to this when nothing changes. Today I am once again out in the town with Karma, running errands. Since we've been partners, he insists on me coming with him every day. Is this a choice I had, that I could have picked who to be paired up with for the whole game, and the story changes depending on who I pick? I mean, I still would have picked Karma anyway, because I like Karma, but would I have gone through the rest of the story paired up with somebody else if I had chosen them? Just curious. Why do you need a new dress? Oh boy. Because a lady needs all kinds of dresses in her closet. Variety is key when you want to make a good impression. Why would you want to make a good impression on people in a disguise? A disguise is meant to conceal you. It doesn't exist to be flaunted. Oh no, darling, I only wear the disguise to stop the curse from working on people. It is not really meant to conceal anything but the fact that I am a man. It's a creepy statement to say, but being doted on by a married woman or a woman in love with another man is especially troubling. Okay, I can see that. It would cause trouble. Is the curse really that powerful? Karma leads me over to the dress store and our conversation pauses while he goes to the store owner to give specifications for a new dress. When we leave, Karma suggests going at some place to reward me for all my hard work. You're treating me? Why wouldn't I, darling? You've been helping me for a while now. What is this feeling? Gratitude? Karma does owe me for everything I've done for him, so why do I feel like this? You know, it would be much easier for you to just help me carry bags. Oh, there. Let's buy one of those cupcakes. He totally just evaded that. Karma cuts through my suggestion easily. Yeah, you see? Does he really dislike work so much that he'd rather pay me off for helping him? Karma takes me to a stand showcasing all kinds of cupcakes. There are some with colored frostings, other with fancy decorations. Some are especially eye-catching, like the bright blue cupcake decorated with little stars. Anything catch your fancy, ladies? All of them, actually. Alas, I do not think eating all of them would be good for my diet. Karma, why are you on a diet? Come on. Like, seriously, you're fabulous. What do you think, princess? We'll share one. I turn back to the cupcakes, which I realize are big enough to share between two people. Really? I've never seen a cupcake that big. Am I choosing one for myself, or one that Karma would like? I guess he is treating me, but 2 cupcakes catch my eye. One has tiny little creatures sitting on top of the frosting. It seems to be a lizard of sorts. Though it is strange, it reminds me of Karma's dress. The other cupcake is decorated with little chocolate pearls. Those pearls are small and somehow cute, but Karma might like the other cupcake. I have to pick? Let's save, because I might switch to the other one, but... Well, it's treating me and we're gonna share it. So let's do the one with the pearls, and I can always go back and change it. I'll have that one. Princess, I didn't know you liked such cute things. That's precious, darling. I hope he doesn't tease me about this later. Interesting. Can I just want to see what would happen if I picked the other one. Yes. Come on. Cupcake with a lizard. The one with the... Oh my, is that a chameleon? A chameleon? It is a chameleon. Oh, that's adorable. Sir, we'll take one of those. I was thinking he'd like it for the colors, not for the chameleon, whatever that is. Oh. Okay, so this is the better for building friendship and that sort of thing. I think I'll stay with this one. Let's do that. Pretend we got the right choice the first time. Let's go enjoy this somewhere else, shall we? Okay. Karma leads me to the middle of the plaza, and the two of us find a table. He walks off to get a fork and a knife before returning and handing a set to me. Do we really need a knife and fork to eat? I was just gonna say that. Do we need a knife and fork to eat a cupcake? So before we got your dress and you distracted me with cupcakes, we were talking about your curse. Were we? It is not an interesting topic. I was glad we had gotten off of that tangent, to be honest. Why don't you want to talk about it? You have your secrets just as I do, princess. But the whole point of pairing up is to help each other with our curses. Princess, you want to help me? Only because it's necessary that I help him so he can help me, jerk. I haven't made any progress helping you, though. You said you would provide me with opportunities. I'm not very good at that, am I? I'm sorry, princess. Well, I don't think I've done anything for you either. But princess, you've been helping me for the last few weeks. Whether or not that is an obligation, you're still good company. Good company? No one has ever told me that before. They only chid me for being difficult to speak with. Karma starts cutting the cupcake, his knife sliding through the frosting and cake with ease. It is a little chameleon on top. I've definitely never seen such a refined manners for a simple dessert. What was your life like before the curse, princess? Wow, jerk. I have no need to tell you any of that. No, it is not necessary, but I am curious. Would I be doing a good deed? Oh, come on! It doesn't have to be a good deed to have a conversation with someone. How about we trade fact for fact? You give me a story today, and I'll tell you one tomorrow. What makes you think I'm interested in your life? Why am I so mean? Well, you do keep asking me about my curse. Only because we are working on breaking our curses. Okay then, we won't talk about the past or any secrets. We can talk about this cupcake instead. What? Why does he always insist on changing the topic? You're the one who wanted to change the topic. Karma cuts the chameleon in half. I notice he gives himself the head, which is a lot cuter, and I get stuck with the tail. Chameleons are little lizards that can blend into their surroundings. Is he willing to go so far to avoid the subject? He's making conversation. Be quiet. When I was a child, my father used to call me a chameleon. Really? What? I hid a lot to avoid the responsibilities. Oftentimes, no one could find me. Not my father, nor the servants. Servants? If he had servants, then that makes him servants. Servants. A noble? One day, I was out searching for a mythical creature in our garden, and I came upon the chameleon. It was this small, silly little lizard, but I'd only found it because I was looking for something fantastic. The lizard on the cupcake does not seem all that fantastic. My father explained what it was to me, and then he started calling me his silly little chameleon. It was ridiculous, but he said I was always very good at hiding, and so it suited me. That's traffic outside. What is it, princess? It seems like you're still good at hiding. You hide behind your disguise and keep many secrets. I suppose I am still a chameleon, then. Okay. I don't think that nickname makes any sense. Well, it kinda does, but sometimes they don't have to. Nicknames don't have to make sense to be endearing, princess. Can we please just get back to the subject at hand? Ooh, endearing. I caught that. Endearing. Yes, this cupcake. If you insist on sharing your favorite story for a story, then I will tell you something about me. Really? Oh, are you opening up? Oh, right? Oh. You don't seem like the type to want to share. I normally do not see any reason for sharing things about my past, no. Mother once told me to confide in someone else was a weakness. But more than that, I was always worried that others would judge me. No one has ever wanted to listen to me. I know enough about others' opinions of me to know what they think, and I am the one at fault. Always. I wouldn't judge you, princess. Oh yeah, he was totally just reading my mind. I mean, I wouldn't judge you for not wanting to say anything to me. I divulge nothing to you, after all. A story for a story. That's the deal, right? I expect you to keep it. Or rather, a fact for a fact. It's not like I have to tell him everything, just something about myself. I will tell you about my life at the palace. It's not as if it's a secret, though I doubt Karma would understand. Ever since Mother died, the palace has been a cold place. The music changed very suddenly. Why the surprise? Is it because you see Emmy, and Rod, and assume we're all one big happy family? I do have to admit Princess Emmy seems quite gentle. Prince Rod is quiet, but he seems like an honorable man. When I saw you and the princess at the dress store, Princess Emmy seemed very nice, is she not? Her kindness is fragile at best. She tries too hard for it to be genuine. Her insistence is irritating. I have never wanted to be friends with her. The king took a second wife after my mother died, as if she ever mattered to him. Karma is silent, and I continue to talk, my emotions loosening my tongue. I had meant to stop there, but the words keep coming. The only one who ever showed me any affection in the palace was Mother. The king never paid much attention to me in the first place, but he treats Rod and Emmy far better than he has ever treated me. What was your mother like? All of my fondest memories of her are of her. She was always with me in the palace, teaching me right from wrong. She taught me how not to show weakness, who to speak with. Who to speak with? Needless conversation is useless. People are often likely to lead you astray. That's the reason I never saw any reason to speak with the townsfolk. Interesting. Will you judge me as everyone else does? No, princess, I am not judging you. I am just a little sad. Sad? Why would he be sad? It sounds like you lived an empty life. It was not an empty life. But it sounds as if your mother separated you from everyone. It wasn't as if the townsfolk would have accepted me anyway. Mother said they were not to be trusted. Princess, about your mother. I will not hear you speak ill of Mother. Uh-oh. No, I only had a question about your mother. Karma coughs and I pause to stare at him as he clears his throat. What is it? This... Oh gods. I hear the change in him immediately. His voice is lower, far lower, the soft gentleness gone. Karma puts his hand to his throat and grumbles. What? Karma's voice is teetering on the edge of sounding unmistakably male. I've always wondered about how he's able to change his voice, but I always forget to ask him about it. Okay. What happened to your voice? Oh, it's Miss Karma. I turn to see a young woman approach us. She looks at Karma adoringly. I've always wanted to speak with you, Miss Karma, ever since you complimented my dress that time at the dress store. Uh-oh. Your dress is lovely today as always, Miss Karma. Uh-oh. Karma? Miss Karma, are you okay? I am quite fine. I cannot help but giggle as the girl steps back, looking shocked at how Karma's now deep voice. Okay, so don't listen to my voice. Pretend my voice is like 3 tones deeper, but I can't do that. Karma curses again in his deep voice before forcing a bright smile on his face. Excuse me, I'm feeling under the weather. I notice he's trying to change pitch of his voice, but the highness is only annoying rather than soothing now. Oh, I'm sorry. Karma turns to me urgently, but I'm too amused to offer any sort of assistance. What is it, Miss Karma? Karma's file is s'mores. His eyes are glaring at me. I laugh once again, not able to help myself. His expression softens, but only slightly. Alright, attempt to leave with Karma. Let's try that. I think we'd better get going. Karma nods his head. I'll have explaining to do if we just sit here. There's nothing I can do to help you two? No, obviously not. I'm sorry. He does not look amused. Why? I'm only trying to get us out of here faster. Leaving. He takes my hand and curtsies politely to the girl as he pulls me away. Karma, you sound sick. It runs out. Runs out? The potion that Parfait makes for me. I have talked too much. You talk too much? Karma puts his finger to his lips as we stroll through town. He shakes his head, making it clear he won't speak to me until later. When we arrive at the tavern, it's already dark. Karma pauses and turns to look at me. What? You have a nice smile, Princess Story. I'm glad I could make you laugh. Well, of course I laughed. You sounded ridiculous. It was worth sounding ridiculous to see you smile. She smiled! She smiled! For the first time. I think that was literally the first time Story smiled. You and Rumpel really are the same. What? The comment doesn't faze him. He smiles widely as he leaves for his room. Bye. I'm glad I could make you laugh. I could not get those words out of my head, even though I'm supposed to be resting for the night. I think I should go see Karma if Karma is practicing with Jurian or Garland. I leave my room and go down to the reception room. Delora and Parfait let me go to the forest at night alone now since they know I'm meeting up with Karma. Parfait is in the reception room tonight reading a book. I was always told reading in the dark was bad for your eyes. Oh, Princess, I didn't see you. I notice she's closed the book and I can now read the cover. She's reading Cinderella. That's my fairy tale curse. The Great War was caused by the fairy tales, right? Yes, that is right. And yet you are reading one. The curses are based off these fairy tales, after all. Why are you reading Cinderella? My curse isn't anything like the fairy tale. It's reversed. True, but the morals remain the same. In order to become Cinderella, you must be good like her. Cinderella had everything handed to her by a fairy godmother. I had everything taken away. Princess, have you truly had everything taken away from you? compared to what I used to have. What I might have now may as well be nothing. Wow. Nice. Just called your friendships nothing. You have friendships and people who enjoy your company. No one in this tavern enjoys my company. Karma does. Are you sure about that, Princess? I think you just have difficulty trusting that we all like you. Like me? Why would you like me? You've become like family here. I haven't been here that long. 2 months is kind of a long time. It doesn't matter. Everyone at the Marchen is family. Family? You were saying that everyone at the Marchen is like family? Princess, you're one of my boarders. You're more than just a regular here. You live here with us. So like I said, you're family. I speak more with the people here than I ever spoke to my own family. In the palace, I was always alone. The only person I could speak with was Fritz. Are you going to watch Karma practice? I nod in response. Be safe, Princess. As I head to the door, I recall what happened earlier today. Parfait, what is this potion you make for Karma? You mean the potion I make to change his voice? He begged me to help him when he first designed his disguise. Karma makes a beautiful woman, but he didn't think the illusion was complete without a convincing voice. You know how picky he is. Something else on your mind, Princess? Karma hides his curse, but you must know the conditions for breaking it, don't you? Parfait does not answer. Or are you also keeping it a secret? Princess Story, not everyone likes to talk about their curse. I think it would be better if you asked Karma directly. I just don't understand why he won't tell me everything when I'm just trying to help him. Just as you think your good deeds are difficult, there is also something about Karma's curse that he can't come to terms with. I put my hand in my necklace around my neck. I still haven't performed any good deeds. Can I really do this? I'm going now. I walk out the front door into the forest. I decide not to think about all of this, at least not until later. Okay, I'm gonna stop it right here. We're gonna save. Oh, go to the next page. Yep, we're gonna save, and we will pick this up in the next episode. I love this game. Like, if I haven't mentioned that yet, I love this game. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!